Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to start lesson number 3 of Moral Science. I love all. This chapter is about the love and bonding we share with our family. It teaches us that we must respect our elders, grandparents, teachers who devote their life for our betterment. We must thank God for His blessings He has given us in the form of our elders, who are always there to support us in the time of need. Let's start. Ajay and his father were watching a story on the computer. An old father and his young son were on the screen. They were sitting in front of their home. Suddenly, the old man noticed something in the green lawn. "What is that, my son?" he asked. "That's a sparrow." The son replied and continued his newspaper reading. After some time, the old man asked again, "What is that?" "I just told you it is a sparrow." The son was getting irritated. The man again asked after some time, "What is that?" "What nonsense! That is a sparrow. Did you understand?" he said in an angry mood. The old man did not say anything. He went inside and came out with a diary. He marked a page in it and gave it to his son. The son went through the lines of that page, which were written 28 years ago. "Today morning, my little Anil, 2.5 years old, saw a sparrow perching in the yard. He was astonished to see such a creature. He asked what it was. I replied it was a sparrow. He repeated his question 30 times and I replied all the 30 times that it is a sparrow." The son could not continue reading. He embraced his old father lovingly. In this story, there is a boy named Ajay and his father. They were watching a story on a computer in which an old father is sitting along with his young son in a lawn. He pointed at a bird and asked his son, "What is it?" The son replied, "Sparrow." The father continuously asked the same question from his son, which irritated him. Irritated means here annoyed or made him angry. For the young boy, it was illogical and silly that his father is asking the same question again and again. Without saying anything, he handed over a diary to his son in which he wrote something. And that was the same question which he asked him 30 times when he was 2.5 years old. This made son feel sorry and he hugged his father affectionately because the question which he asked him 28 years back gave his father the pleasure, and that same question irritated the boy. So he was very sorry for what he did with his father. "Dad, I am lucky to have parents and grandparents," said Ajay. So Ajay told that he feels fortunate to have parents and grandparents at home. "Yes, sure. Grandparents are a blessing to all of us. We have a lot of things to learn from them." His father also replied him the same thing, that grandparents are the grace to our home. They teach us good things to live a good life. The books of all religions teach us to respect elders. We listen to the voice of God through these books. Grey hair is the crown of glory. Even the religious books tell us the same thing, his father told him. When we read the scriptures, we feel as if we are talking to God. As the person grows older, he becomes more experienced and wise to teach others how to live a dignified life. Some students of my class don't like their grandpa and grandma. They say that they are useless. So the boy told his father that some classmates, means the students which are studying with him, talk ill about their grandparents. They say that they are useless. Useless means they are good for nothing. That is a wrong way of thinking. The cultureless people speak like this. His father told him, "This is not the way to talk about your elders. The people who are devoid of good values talk like this." Do you want to know what Kofi Annan, the former president of UNO, speaks about them? A society for all ages is one that honors traditional elders in their leadership. So his father told him the saying of the former president of UNO that society also honors and respects people who respect their elders and follow their leadership qualities and consider them as their idol. Thank you, Dad. It is you who taught me to love my grandparents. So he thanked his dad that for teaching him to love and respect his grandparents and all the elders. I know how much you love me. You are always with me to help and guide me. He says he feels blessed that he is always there to help him and guide him to walk in the correct path. You correct me whenever I go wrong, Dad. I love you so much. Ajay embraced his dad. Embraced means he hugged his dad. Ajay, you should love and respect everybody at home. Do you know how much your mama loves you? Yes, Dad, I know. She carried me 9 months, forgetting all her comforts. She took care of me since my birth. She nursed me means she took care of me and stayed close to me when I was sick, and so on. She does all these things because she loves me very much. Very good. You remember everything. Your mother gets up early in the morning and does a lot of work. She spends quality time with you and teach you. She sleeps late at night. Did you ever thank your mama for the wonderful work she is doing? Yes, Papa, I will surely do. So, every day you must thank God for the gift of your grandparents, parents, and your little brother. So the boy obediently and carefully listens to what his father says. He feels thankful and accepts the truth that his mother really sacrificed her comforts to bring him up and promised to thank his mother for all this. Likewise, you children should also thank your parents for giving you all the comforts and a good life. And we must also thank God, our Creator, for a good family and His blessings He bestowed on us. Dad, I love my little brother very much, but sometimes he throws my books and takes my pencil box. He also comes to fight with me. That's true. He is your younger brother. As he is small, he does not know what to do with your books and pencil box. Actually, he comes to you not to fight but to love. I will tell you one more story. So the boy complains to his father about his younger brother who disturbs him a lot and fights with him. He means his father intelligently explains him that this is his true way to show his love and concern and tells him one more story. The beautiful drawing Praying Hands is the best known work of the great German artist and mathematician Albrecht Dürer. One widely accepted version of why he made such a drawing is that Albrecht and his brother Albert wished to study art, but this was impossible because their family of 18 children was very poor. They both agreed to toss a coin. The loser of the toss would work in the mines to support the winner in his studies. The winner would then become a successful artist and assist the other brother to study art on his turn. However, Albert's work in the mines, which had allowed Albrecht to study art, destroyed his hands and made it impossible for him to ever paint again. Both of them cried bitterly. Then, with tears in his eyes, Albrecht drew the hands of Albert to pay homage to him and to make those hands be ever remembered. Both of them cried again. So his father tells him the story behind this beautiful painting of Praying Hands, as you can see the picture in your book. It was made by Albrecht Dürer. He was a famous German artist. Artist means a painter. When he was very young, he and his brother aspired to become famous painters, as they had a great love for learning art, but they couldn't afford as they belonged to a very poor family of 18 brothers and sisters. So they tossed and decided that one of them will sacrifice his passion for art. And after becoming famous, one brother will help the other to pursue his dreams. Albrecht won the toss and became a famous artist, and Albert worked hard in mines. Mines is a system of passages under the ground where minerals such as tin, coal, gold, etc. are dug. It made his hands hard and got wounded, because of which he could not go in the field of art. Albrecht could feel the pain of his brother, and to pay homage, homage means to show respect to his sacrifice, he drew a painting of those hands, which helped him to become famous. It was named Praying Hands. Thank you, Dad. It was a wonderful day. You taught me many good things. Next Saturday, let us go to the park. Then I will get plenty of time to play with my little brother. At last, the boy thanked his father for the good teachings he gave him and asked him to take him and his brother to the park the coming Saturday, where both the brothers can enjoy together. Thank you. The moral of the story is that we must be thankful to everyone around us, especially our teachers, parents, friends, and family members who support us at each and every moment of our life. We must also thank God for His abundant mercies He has showered on each one of us.